Okay, so let's talk about the modern developments in law enforcement. So the first will be the National Defense Act, also known as the Commonwealth Act number 1. This is the law that created the Philippine Army. Okay, so when the Philippine Army was created, all the personnel and the duties of the Philippine Constabulary was transferred to the control of the Chief of Staff of the Army. So ngayon yung mga personnel and functions ngayon, duties ng Philippine Constabulary was transferred to Philippine Army, thus making Philippine Constabulary military in nature. Okay? So when Philippine Army was created, Brigadier General Jose de los Reyes was appointed as the acting Chief of Staff. And the immediate PC chief was then Brigadier General Basilio Valdez. Okay? And then the Assistant Chief of Staff was Colonel Guillermo Francisco. And then in October 26, 1936, Commonwealth Act number 88 was approved into law, which creates the state police taking charge to the police duties of the defunct Philippine Constabulary. Kasi remember, di ba, ang Philippine Constabulary was the police force. But then it was absorbed, it was taken by the Philippine Army when it was created. So lahat ng personnel wala na. So yung mga lahat ng PC naging Philippine Army. Lahat ng duties ng Philippine Constabulary na punta sa control ng Chief of Staff of the Philippine Army. Ngayon, sino na ngayon ang mag-control doon sa maintenance ng peace and order within the areas which was under the jurisdiction then of the Philippine Constabulary? That was what was answered by state police. Yan yung dahilan kung bakit ginawa yung state police, para sila yung mag-continue dun sa naiwan ng Philippine Constabulary na police functions nila, which is to preserve law and order. So when let's repeat, when Philippine Army was created by Commonwealth Act number 1, okay, lahat ng PC personnel and duties was absorbed by the Philippine Army. So wala na tayong law enforcement that is responsible in the preservation of law and order. That's the reason why in 1936, October 26, 1936, by virtue of Commonwealth Act number 88, state police was established. Okay, was created. So, sino ngayon yung when state police was created, sino ngayon yung nag-compose ng state police? When state police was created by Commonwealth Act 88, ang nag-compose niyan, okay, ang bumubuo are municipal and city police forces, including provincial guard organizations, which were consolidated into one. Okay? So nagtipon-tipon. Okay? So lahat ng municipal or city police forces and provincial guard organizations were the ones that composes the state police. So ano yung main duty nila? Of course, the preservation of law and order and the prevention of the commission and perpetration of public offenses. However, in 1938, state police was abolished kasi wala, mas karkarong ang gimulong. Hindi niya, yung state police was not effective in performing the police functions that was left by the Philippine Constabulary. Okay, so it was created 1936, 1938, it was abolished by President Quezon. Okay, so when by virtue of Commonwealth Act number 343, yung Philippine Constabulary was reconstituted. Since state police was already abolished, wala na naman tayong police organization that is in charge in the law enforcement, in the preservation of law and order. Kasi nga wala yung PC, nasa army pa siya, di ba? That's why Commonwealth Act 343 was established, okay, or was approved. And this Commonwealth Act number 343 reconstituted the Philippine Constabulary. Binuo niya ulit yung Philippine Constabulary. Now, it was placed under the Department of Interior. Okay? It was placed under the Department of Interior. So, sino yung PC? Yung PC, when it was reconstituted, was composed of the original PC. Kasi by virtue of 343, winidraw ulit niya yung Philippine Constabulary from the Philippine Army. So, Commonwealth Act 1 created the Philippine Army. Okay? So, when Philippine Army was created, it absorbed the personnel and duties of the Philippine Constabulary. So, Philippine Constabulary, by virtue of Commonwealth Act number 1, is under the Philippine Army. Now, by virtue of Commonwealth Act number 343, Philippine Constabulary was then again retrieved or withdrawn from the Philippine Army. And it was no longer under the Philippine Army. Therefore, it was placed under the Department of Interior, now known as the DILG. Okay? So, Philippine Constabulary is an independent force by virtue of 343. When it was withdrawn from the Philippine Constabulary, it was considered as an independent force and detailed as now the National Police Force. Okay? So, Commonwealth Act number 343, withdrawn the Philippine Constabulary from Philippine Army, detailing it as the National Police Force, which is under the Department of Interior. Okay? So, ano naman yung civil service law na yan? Oh, by the way, Commonwealth Act 343, ang IRR niyan was Executive Order number 153, which is also known as the Commonwealth Act 343 is also known as the National Defense Act of 1935. Okay? So, Commonwealth Act number 343 is also known as the National Defense Act of 1935. Ano yung pinaka-main na ginawa niyan? It's the reconstitution of the Philippine Constabulary, the detailing of the Philippine Constabulary as the National Police Force, and the putting of the Philippine Constabulary under the Department of Interior. Okay, so when it was reconstituted, binalikan niya yung mga police functions na naiwan niya before. Okay? So, when Philippine Constabulary was reconstituted, ang na-appoint na PC chief was Brigadier General Guillermo Francisco. Okay? Assistant lang siya noon, di ba? Assistant Chief of Staff lang siya when Philippine Army was created. Okay? So, but when Philippine Constabulary was reconstituted, naging PC chief siya. Okay? Brigadier General Guillermo Francisco was appointed as the chief of Philippine Constabulary. And the striking force of PC was organized at Camp Crame, which was known as the General Service Battalion. Okay? So, ayan. So, paano namang napasama yung civil service law sa ating discussion? Okay, so the civil service law governed the appointment and promotion of the police. That's the reason why the chief of police was then, and any of his subordinates was actually under the appointment in any matters of appointment, and their retention in the police were under the pleasure of the mayors. Okay? So yung chief of police, lahat ng subordinates niya, whether they will be retained in the police, was under the pleasure of the mayor. Meaning to say, dito nag-umpisa yung tinatawag nating bata bata system. So long as they can read and write, there's no, wala actually qualification, walang requirement, regardless of the requirement, sabi nga, regardless of the qualification, okay? So long as they can read and write, okay, they can be appointed by the mayor. Napaka-strong noon yung political unity or affiliation nung time na yon, okay, under the civil service law. So lahat ng members ng municipality or city police office police force were considered as employees of their respective local government units. That's why walang pakialam or walang share ang national government in terms of control and the connection with the mayor. Wala silang control as to the connection dun sa mayor appointing police officers, okay? Ayun. So, regardless of their education, qualification, or eligibility. So, ano yung tumatak dito sa civil service law? The start of the bata-bata system. Okay? And then, we have the Republic Act number 484. This is known as the Police Act of 1966. This was approved on September 8, 1966. What is special about this? By virtue of this law, National Police Commission was created. And when National Police Commission was created, under this law, it was placed under the office of the President. So, diretso yan. Office of the President and then the National Police Commission. So, under that act, under this law, all city or municipal police forces, including its personnel, were under the administrative and operational control and supervision of the officer of the President through the office of the NAPOLCOM. So ano yung significant dito? Ito na yung sagot dito kasi 'di ba nag-umpisa dito yung bata-bata system dito sa civil service law. So ngayon, nung na-create yung National Police Commission or the NAPOLCOM by virtue of RA 4864, yung bata-bata system na yon was addressed, okay? Since administrative and operational control of all police forces, municipal or city, were already placed under the NAPOLCOM. So it was already under the office of the President through the National Police Commission. So their individual salaries were partly subsidized by the national government units. And then years later, their salaries and other monetary consideration were already taken from the National Treasury. Okay? So dito sa civil service, since they are considered as employees of the local government units, yung salary nila manggagaling sa local government units. But then when they were placed, when the administrative and operational control were given to the National Police Commission upon its creation, initially part of their salaries were subsidized by the national government, and then as the years go by, lahat na total salary was already, and including their monetary considerations, were already placed under the national government. Okay? So, ayan. So, ano yung pinaka-role? Oversee the training and professionalization of local police force. Sabi ko kanina, ito nga yung nag-address dun sa question. Sa mga problema, mga issues under the civil service law. Okay? So, and then we have the Executive Order number 192. Okay? Ano yung Executive Order number 192? By virtue of Executive Order number 1012, all operational supervision and direction over all integrated national police units to city and municipal government was transferred to the city and municipal government. Okay? So, from, di ba, nung na-create, yung administrative and operational control, okay, were under the NAPOLCOM, di ba? Ayan, no? So, administrative and operational control of police forces was under the NAPOLCOM. Okay? But by virtue of Executive Order 1012, lahat ng operational supervision and direction of overall INP units was transferred to the city and municipal government. So yung magsusupervise na ngayon is yung LGU, okay? The city or the municipal government. So bumalik but take note, operational lang, operational supervision, hindi bumalik yung administrative supervision, okay? And then by in 1985, that was July 10, okay? July 10, 1985, Executive Order 1040 was approved. So under the Executive Order 1040, all administrative control of the INP from the Ministry of National Defense was transferred to the National Police Commission. So when by virtue of this one, lahat na administrative, hindi na kasi 'di ba dumaan yan sa 'di ba nandun na dumaan sa Philippine Army kasi yan. So when it was by virtue of Executive 1040, inalis na, naipunta na talaga yung administrative control doon sa NAPOLCOM. And this superseded EO 1012. Ano yung EO 1012? The operational supervision and direction over all INP superseded, ibig sabihin, hindi na to effective. Okay? Ito na yung matutupad. Okay? So administrative control will already be under the NAPOLCOM. Okay? Operational supervision by virtue of Executive Order 1012, sabi niya, under the city and municipal government. But according to Executive Order 1040, which superseded Executive Order 1012, the operational supervision is already placed under the National Police Commission. Okay? INP is subject to command, control, and supervision. Total under the National Police Commission. Okay? And then, next, so wala na sa city or local government. And then next, we have the Presidential Decree 765. So this was in 1975. Ngayon, the NAPOLCOM was again placed under the Ministry of National Defense. So the functions were retained. Functions were retained by the NAPOLCOM. So ano yung mga function na na-retain ng NAPOLCOM under PD 765 when NAPOLCOM was placed under the Ministry of National Defense? Bakit? Ano ba yung original na under ng NAPOLCOM? Ang NAPOLCOM, when it was created, was under the Office of the President, diba? But then, by virtue of Presidential Decree 765, ang NAPOLCOM naipunta doon sa Ministry of National Defense. Okay? So ano yung na-retain na function ng NAPOLCOM when it was placed under the Ministry of National Defense by virtue of this law? The attestation of appointments ng mga police, conducting qualifying examinations, investigations, and adjudications of disciplinary cases, as well as granting compensation. So ito yung nag-retain na functions ng NAPOLCOM when it was transferred or it was placed under the Ministry of National Defense. Okay? So daming pinagdaanan ng kapulisan natin. So under RA 6975, which is also known as DILG Act or the Department of Interior and Local Government Act of 1990, approved into law on December 13, 1990, na-create yung Philippine National Police, which was under the Department of Interior and Local Government. Okay, so ngayon wala na tayong PC or INP. PC-INP. Okay, nag-merge kasi yan. So, kasi lahat ng functions, personnel ng PCINP when Philippine National Police was created by virtue of RA 6975 was absorbed by the Philippine National Police. Okay? So, when it was absorbed, diba, ang umpisa, yung mga city or municipal police forces natin, which composes the INP, Integrated National Police, are appointees of police of the the mayor, di ba? They are appointees regardless of their qualification. So long as they can read and write, that was the condition then. Right? They are close to the mayor. That was the condition then. But by virtue of the ILG Act of 1990, nagkaroon tayo ng qualifications. And that is 4-year degree course. Okay? So, by virtue of that, because of that, nagawa yung RA, it was approved tuloy yung RA 8551. Okay? So, since nandun na sila sa kapulisan, they were given by virtue of RA 8551. Police officers who did not graduate were given chance to graduate or to finish a degree. Kaya nag-umpisa yung ETIAP. Okay? Kasi maraming mga PC, INP before na hindi graduate ng 4-year degree course, which is a requirement to become a police by virtue of RA 6975. So, ang ginawa is inumpisahan yung ETIAP. Okay? Yung ETIAP wherein there will be, lahat ng mga police officers will undergo trainings, education, okay? Shorten. So, yung yung 4 years, ginawang 6 na buwan. Okay? Or shorter for that matter. Okay? Para mabigyan sila ng degree, mabigyan sila ng diploma. Okay? So, ayun. Ganun yung nangyari. And then, so nagkaroon ng ETIAP, they were given kasi an option, mag-ETIAP or early retirement. Maraming nag-early retirement actually kasi matatanda na sila tapos mag-aaral pa siguro. Kaya they opt to, tawag dito, retire, to avail the early retirement program of the government then. Okay? So yung iba naman, nag-undergo ng ETIAP. Okay? So going back here pala sa RA 6975, 4 yung na-create. We have the PPSC, PNP, BFP, and BGMP. So the DILG Act of 1990 created the Philippine Public Safety College, the Philippine National Police, the Bureau of Fire Protection, and the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, which were all under the DILG. Okay? PNP, BFP, and BGMP were all under the DILG by virtue of RA 6975. Okay?